Good day, everyone. I hope you're feeling alive and present right now, because what I'm going to share with you today, it's not just a list of habits, it's a story, a transformation, a journey from lost and lazy to focused, energized, and living with purpose. And if you're here today listening to my voice, I want you to know something powerful. You're not stuck. Change is real. I'm living proof. Let's begin. The day I realized I was my own problem. A few years ago, I woke up one morning feeling heavy, not just in my body, but in my mind. I was scrolling social media before even brushing my teeth. I was complaining about my job, my energy, my dreams, but doing nothing about them. And that day, I looked in the mirror and asked, what if the real problem isn't life? It's my habits. That was the day I decided I'm going to change me, one habit at a time. Habit number 1, waking up early, even when I didn't feel like it. Let's talk about the first habit that changed everything. Waking up early. Now listen, I was never a morning person. I loved my bed more than my goals. But something magical happens when you give yourself time before the world starts pulling at you. The first week? Hard. The second? Tiring. But by the third week, I started noticing something. I wasn't waking up just to start the day. I was waking up to own the day. I had time to breathe, time to think, time to plan, time to work on my goals before I worked on anyone else's. And let me tell you, there's a power in seeing the sunrise while your dreams are in motion. Habit number 2, journaling my thoughts daily. You ever feel like your brain is just full, like a browser with 43 tabs open? That was me. Always anxious, always thinking. Then someone told me, write it down. I didn't believe it at first, but I tried. I started small, 1 page a day. It became my way of checking in with myself. I started to hear myself again. The fears, the dreams, the old wounds I never healed. And every time I wrote, I felt like I was cleaning my mental room. That habit gave me peace, focus, and confidence I didn't know I had. Consistency is stronger than motivation. I want to pause here and tell you something you need to hear. Motivation will not save you. You won't feel like doing the right thing every day. I sure didn't, but I showed up anyway. Even when I didn't want to wake up early. Even when I didn't feel like writing. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. It's not about the big wins. It's about showing up every single day with small actions that compound into greatness. If there's one thing I want you to take from this first part of our journey, it's this. You can choose your habits, and your habits will shape your future. You don't need a new year. You don't need permission. You don't need motivation from the outside. You need a decision and the discipline to follow through. Start small. Start today. Wake up an hour early. Write 1 page. Choose progress over perfection. Your future self is begging you. Don't wait. I'll see you in the next part of our journey, where I'll share the 3rd and 4th habits that helped me break my limits and build the life I never thought I could have. Until then, take care. And remember, your habits are your foundation. Build strong. Habit number 3, daily silence, the art of doing nothing. We live in a world that never shuts up. Notifications, endless scrolling, background noise, news, drama. It's all too much, and I didn't even realize how loud my life had gotten. Until I started practicing silence. Every morning now, I sit in silence. No phone, no music, just me and the air around me. Sometimes I pray. Sometimes I meditate. Sometimes I just sit and breathe. And something incredible happens in that silence. I start hearing myself, my real thoughts, my real feelings, my truth. It taught me this: not every question in life needs an answer. Some just need space. That silence became my reset button. And if your life feels overwhelming, try stillness. Even for 10 minutes a day, you'll be shocked by how much your soul is trying to talk to you, but you've been too busy to listen. Habit number 4, reading every day. Feeding my inner fire. Let me be honest with you. For years, I hated reading. I thought books were boring. I didn't have time. I told myself I learn better by doing. But the truth is, I was scared. Scared to sit alone with ideas that challenged me. But the day I picked up a book that actually spoke to me, everything changed. Reading gave me mentors I could never meet, ideas I'd never thought, strategies I could use that day. Start with just 10 pages a day. That's what I did. Now I read every morning like it's breakfast for my brain. You want a new mindset? A new attitude? A new level of success? Feed your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Books taught me what school didn't: how to grow, how to lead, how to heal, how to build wealth, how to find purpose. You can't change your life with the same thinking that created your problems. So change your inputs. Start reading. Replacing "I can't" with "how can I?" Let's pause for a moment. How often do we tell ourselves, "I can't wake up early. I can't save money. I can't change"? I used to say those things every single day. And guess what? I was right, because every "I can't" was a mental brick in the wall I was building between me and my best life. But then I asked a new question. How can I? I can't wake up early became, how can I make mornings easier? I can't stop scrolling became, how can I set boundaries with my phone? This tiny shift unlocked a powerful truth. Your brain obeys your questions, so ask better ones. And that mindset shift, it became a habit too. Replacing doubt with curiosity. Replacing limitation with strategy. Ending message of Chapter 2. So let's recap what we've learned today. 2 simple habits with massive impact. Habit number 3, daily silence, to connect, to breathe, to listen. Habit number 4, reading, to grow, to evolve, to learn from those who've already walked the path. And in between all of it, a mindset shift, from "I can't" to "how can I?" Because here's the truth. The quality of your habits will determine the quality of your life. Don't wait for motivation. Build systems. Build routines. Build habits that lift you, not trap you. I promise you, 1 year of these habits will do more than a decade of empty wishing. Now get ready, because in Chapter 3, I'll share the 5th and final habit that tied it all together. The habit that built my discipline, crushed my excuses, and completely rewired how I see pain, failure, and success. I'll see you in the final chapter. Keep going. Your future self is already proud of you. Habit number 5, moving my body. Every single day. Let me start with the truth. I didn't start exercising because I wanted abs. I started because my mind was falling apart. I was tired, sluggish, unmotivated. I thought something was wrong with me. But really, what was wrong? Was that I wasn't moving at all. So I started small. A walk, then a stretch, then a 10-minute bodyweight routine at home. And after just 1 week, I felt like a new human being, not just physically, but emotionally. Because here's what no one tells you. Movement is medicine. It's not about the gym. It's about reminding your body, hey, we're alive. It releases stress, clears fog, sharpens focus, builds confidence. And over time, it builds resilience. This one habit taught me discipline. Even on days I didn't want to show up, I showed up. And that's where the magic happened. Discipline is freedom. People ask me, how do you stay so motivated? And I always say, I don't. Because I'm not living on motivation, I'm living on discipline. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do long after the mood you set it in has left. It's waking up when it's dark. journaling when your head is full, reading when you're tired, moving your body when it screams, just rest. But discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. You know what's painful? Living life on autopilot, feeling stuck, watching time pass by without becoming who you were meant to be. But discipline, that's the gateway to your best self. I stopped negotiating with myself. This might be the most important lesson I ever learned. Stop negotiating with yourself. The moment I treated my goals like non-negotiable commitments instead of suggestions, my entire life leveled up. Before, I'd wake up and ask, should I work out today? Now I wake up and do it. No arguments, no overthinking, no making decisions based on feelings. Because guess what? Feelings are temporary, but the consequences of your choices are not. You have to train your mind to serve your future, not your comfort. And it starts with not giving yourself an option to quit. Pain as a teacher, not a punishment. Let me say something that might surprise you. Pain saved my life. I used to avoid it, complain about it, blame others for it. But once I started showing up for myself, mentally, physically, emotionally, I realized something. Pain was trying to teach me. It taught me how strong I was, how much I'd been ignoring myself, how growth isn't supposed to feel good, but it is supposed to change you. Every time I pushed through a hard workout, every time I journaled through tears, every time I read a truth that hurt, I grew. And now, I don't run from pain. I listen to it. Pain is not the enemy. Quitting is. Final message, this is just the beginning. So here we are. 5 habits, 1 life, a complete shift. Let me remind you what they were. Waking up early to create space for your dreams. Journaling to hear your truth. Daily silence to reset your soul. Reading to grow your mind. Moving your body to build your strength and discipline. These aren't tricks. They're not quick fixes. They're a foundation. And now it's your turn to build on it. Because this journey doesn't end here. This is just your beginning. You don't need a new life. You need better habits. And I promise you, if you stay consistent, even just 1% every day, your future will thank you louder than your excuses ever could. Now go. Start, move, read, write, listen. Wake up. Become the person you were always meant to be. The time is now.